Every man has two choices: repeat the pain or repair it. Over these last three episodes, you have faced the boy inside, you have dealt with the scars, and you have learned to walk in discipline. Now it's time to become whole. Being whole is about building peace because the true hallmark of manhood, it is not strength, it's serenity. Welcome back to Qwick Talks. Today we will learn how to become whole. Wholeness isn't about perfection, it's about alignment. Your mind, your actions, your body moving together in the same direction. It's loving without fear. It's leading without control. It is living without pretending. Wholeness means you made peace with your past and understand what your purpose is and how to ensure that your future is much better than the things that came before. A healed man does not chase love, he creates it. He listens, he communicates, he nurtures safety. He does not live in silence. He values partnership over possession. He knows love isn't about ego or escape. It's about accountability and acceptance. When a man heals, his love becomes a language of peace. To lead a family, one thing that majority of men will love to have one day is a family. If a person is not healed, leading a family can be devastating because not only has that disease of hurt and pain seeped into you, you're now choosing to allow that same thing to happen to the people that you are supposed to protect, love, and provide for. So before one can actually become a leader of a household, he has to heal, which is why we talked about healing throughout all three previous episodes. Once you have a woman in your life, your job is not to control her. Your job is not to force her to submit. See, the thing about it is, when you're whole and you're healed and you're out and you're protecting and providing and doing what you're supposed to do as a man, that woman will see that and she will want to assist you. She will want to nurture you. She will want to provide that love, that safe space for you. So at the end of the day, it all begins with you. It starts with you. A lot of us have learned to blame everybody but ourselves because in today's society, it is so much easier to blame someone else for why you're not succeeding. So I started to make this series so that men could self-inflect and self-reflect to figure out how to become whole. It is a continual journey. All the pains that I went through, I'm still healing from, but I'm aware of it because wholeness is also awareness. Being aware of where your anger lies, being aware of where your insecurity lies can go a long way in helping you become whole because now you can see those trigger points. Healthy relationships are not built on dominance. They are built on partnership, on mutual understanding. See, as a man, at times, your family's going to lean on you, including your significant other. She will lean on you. Although this is not true across the board, but women are typically, on average, more emotional than men. And she will need you. She will look for you for that, to be that rock, to be that stoic person that if she needs to cry, you won't actually hold that against her. That you won't use the pain that she has against her. Because that's one thing that the ladies are learning and probably need to learn the same way. Men do not open up very often. So when they do, it's better not to use that pain against them. But that's a different story for a different day. One thing women look for in a man that's complete and whole is consistency. It is so easy to do something right one time. It is harder to do something right every single time. Again, it don't have to be perfect, but being consistent is the same. You love her consistently every day. You partner with presence, not performance. See, the thing about it is if you buy her flowers every now and then, but then all the other days of the week or all the whatever every other day you ignore her, you're gonna have problems. So be consistent. Understand where your priorities are. Understand time management and set aside pieces for that woman. Now, when it comes down to your kids, it's also important to have be that firm hand, but also realize that you, as a healed man or a man in healing, that you're supposed to be a nurturer as well. It's not all about disciplining your kids. That's a piece of it, sure. But it's important to also nurture them. Show them what love looked like from a male's point of view. And a whole man has learned to love himself, and therefore he can exude love. That's very important. Also, as a man who's whole, your purpose is to build a legacy. Legacy is not what people say about you. It's what lives because of you. It's what you create that people remember you by. My kids are my legacy. For those men out there who have kids, they're your legacy. The love you leave behind, the people you helped, the people you mentor, the ones you pull up alongside you, that's your legacy. That's what people remember. The houses will get torn down. The businesses will be sold. They'll even go out of business. But those people who said, wow, Quinton helped me out. And because Quinton decided not to turn a blind eye to me and assist me on this journey, I now have a wife and kids. And I'll make sure I'll take those lessons and move it forward. My kids, my dad was in my life. So I'm gonna be in my kids' life. See, the thing about it is a lot of this stuff has gotten away from us. We have forgotten the natural order of things. Again, leading is not about control. It's about confidence. It's about that woman and those children and even the people around you who trust you having confidence in your leadership. They see you handle the rigors of life and realize that, hey, this man might not be perfect, but they got it figured out. And I trust them. Do not belittle that trust. Legacy, as it pertains to your kids, is about showing your son that not only can men love, but also men can have those tender moments. Like I mentioned before, sing to your kids, have a father son, make believe time, or father and son camping trips, or father and son trip. All that stuff is important for that little boy, for his proper growth. There's a balance to everything in life. The mother's going to teach him how to be soft and all that good stuff, and how to be kind and caring. But as a father, you teach him how to hold his emotions, to have emotional control. The way things are right now is a lot of men lack emotional control. And that's why you see all this fighting, all this hitting and, beating up on women. That stuff is not good. And it all because there has been a lack of adequate, whole, and healed fathers. For these little girls out there, it is important for a father to be in her life because he shows her what her worth is. He shows her how she should be treated, how she should be spoken to, but most importantly, she shows he shows her his daughter how she should treat a man. Because in this journey of wholeness, and most men can tell you this, is that we are constantly taught how we should operate within a relationship, how we should treat a woman, but the opposite very rarely happens. Women are being told what to expect from a man, not how to treat them. It is a contingent upon that father to show that little girl, hey, this is how you treat your partner once you have one. It goes a long way to building strong, stable relationships. Because if that father is not there to show her what her worth is, the world would do it. And we all know what the world shows you oftentimes isn't what's good for you. Now we talk about wholeness as it pertains to building of a brotherhood. Healed men can heal men. Healed men should create communities for a broken man to go to get on the journey to be healed. As I said in my last episode, men do not have the same communities as women do. Women do a great job of protecting their own, of providing assistance, guidance, financial help, as much as that woman would need. Women will be there. They will gather around, they'll gather donations. We have seen this for better or for worse because women are so connected in the community that sometimes you get bad actors that go into those communities and they spread this information and it causes divides and all kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, they have a community. They have a community that is built over years of trial and error, going through the same struggles of trying to get equality, all that good stuff. Women have it figured out. Men, however, do not. Sure, being a man is being competitive, but men have been so competitive that they have actually X'd out and pushed away most men. Yeah, they have their homeboys, but typically the homeboys are generally on the same level as the man within the group. So if you have a guy who is broken, he usually will have friends who are varying levels of broken. And so even though they have each other's back, they're not really aiding and healing. That's why it is contingent upon the healed men or men who are further along on the journey ahead to actually help out those men that are struggling, to make sure they know they're not alone, to make sure they know that they have a place to come to, maybe even a place to stay. Usually, most men just need a little bit of a kick in the rear to get started. They want to know that someone believes in them because a lot of people don't have a strong relationship with their father. And it's not a race thing or whatever the case may be. It's how fathers are actually, how their role in the family from, especially from Gen X and beyond. They were not as involved as maybe the current day fathers or the ones who are in their kids' lives. They're not as involved. They're more standoffish and I provide, I'm here again. They're present, but they're not really participating the way they should. So it is contingent upon the men who are healed to actually be there for those men who need that help. Find brothers that will hold you accountable. Find mentors that will push you to your limit and beyond. And make sure you have a bunch of friends around you who speak life into you. We are done with being misled. We are done with being half baked. We are done with being broken men. It's time for us to become fully realized men, greater than what came before, and ensuring those that come after will take this even further. The modern man faces many different challenges from all directions, from comparisons to pressure to distractions of all kinds and all types. But maturity means protecting your peace like it's sacred, guarding your mind, controlling your emotions, and leading your homes with purpose. The world needs calm warriors, calm, tranquil warriors. not chaotic men. Your silence can be a strength if it's grounded in clarity, not suppression. If this season has spoke to you, if it stirred something inside of you, please, please, please subscribe. Please join what I now call the L&L squad. That's the Life and Legacy squad. Join us in building that community of strong, able-bodied, and when I mean by able-bodied, I mean people who are able to move their body to make something happen. Join me. Join hands with me, my brothers, my white brothers, Asians, any all races, all creeds. Join me in creating this brotherhood of understanding. Where we're not going to judge you based on who you are. We're going to judge you based on what you do. Because that's what a man is judged on. He's judged on his acts and his works. So I ask you, if this season has touched you, if it's spoken to you, help build the L&L squad so that we can make sure that the young men of the future are outstanding and upstanding young men. Thank you all for going with me on this journey and ensuring that we will build a better tomorrow and that men will start realizing that not only can they love, not only can they live, but they actually can thrive. I'm Quinton. I love you, brothers. Peace.